What's up, and welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats, and you know what time it is, baby. Hit you with a little sudden change. You know, I had that 8:30 start time. I mean, initially it was 8 o'clock, but you know. Shout out to my little lady, man. I got to be dad today, man. Every once in a while, you know, wifey lets me tag in, and I get to drive little one to the basketball, and yeah. So I'm a little tardy on the start time, but dad life takes priority at this stage, man. So shout out. And we got hoops action tonight too. I know y'all been watching the NBA playoffs. Play-in tournament started. Technically, I guess it's the playoffs, but shout out to the fact that we got more basketball. So I'm definitely loving that, and it's getting serious at this time of year. A little bit over week away now from the draft, man. Can't wait for that. Super excited, man. Obviously, we'll have a watch party, and hopefully we'll be drafting our next guy to lead us to that 7th Lombardi. But on top of that, man, let's see. What do we have on the front end? Drop some new content today. Me and the homie Mark Bergen. Shout out to Mark, WRAL Channel 5, producer down there in Raleigh, North Carolina, and also the host of the Believe in Steelers podcast. Me and him dropped some content earlier today, kind of just catching up on all things Steelers related, specifically at the quarterback room, and getting his thoughts on the Shedeur situation. Obviously, Rodgers and his confidence level and how long we waiting on him and things like that. Definitely an interesting listen. And he gave us some nuggets about what he thinks we should do in terms of the black and gold at pick 21 as well, man. So like I said, man, definitely tap in, definitely check out that when you get a chance. Like I said, man, me and the homie Mark Bergen, and I keep seeing how y'all interacting every time me and him drop some content, man. So we are going to do more and more stuff together, man, as we continue to build this thing out and grow. But yeah, man, definitely glad. I'm liking the fact that y'all like, all right, shout out. All right. So we're going to keep that thing rolling. We'll get to some mock drafts hopefully tonight. I do see some super chats on the front end. Shout out to everybody that dropped those. It looks like AJ Richard, AJ Martinez, Richard Arbizo, let's go UW on the front end with the super. So definitely appreciate, super grateful for that, man. So we'll definitely get those early into this thing. But like I said, man, we plan to talk some mock drafts as well, man. A lot of y'all fan mock drafts have been submitted. Shout out. Some interesting ones, some very interesting ones. But as a whole, I like where we at, man. So I got a couple we're going to talk about, man. That'll be a blast. Got to talk some of these top 30 visits too, now that we are officially wrapped up with the top 30 visits, man. Why is that important? Well, we know, man, in terms of draft picks or even free agent signings, these top 30 visits, or they go to a pro day, or they hosted a meeting with them at the combine, but in some way, shape, or form, these are the the little checklist things that have to get checked off, the boxes that need to get checked off in order for us to know who we potentially going to get who we potentially going to be drafting, and the guys that we should be spending a little bit more time, learning about them, man, and their game and how they could potentially be, a part of what we are doing here in the black and gold. So like I said, definitely feeling good about that. And shout out to the homie Richard Arbizo too, man. He says he got to go get this fresh cut real quick. So, hey, man, get chopped up. Boy, you know how it is, man. It's the freaking weekend time, all right? So you better, or actually, I guess it's technically Wednesday for everybody else. Every day is like the weekend for me right now. But the kids, they got Easter break, so they ain't got no school the rest of the week. So, yeah, it's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend. Can't wait. This is the only thing between me and turn up time. So super excited about it. But, we had to come in here, talk a little shop, hang with the gang, the fellas and the fellaettes. All right, fellas and fellaettes. I don't know. The dudes and the chicks. All right? Y'all know how we do it, man. Yeah, stall me out. But yes, Mike could. It's Friday Eve. All right. Told y'all, I try to live my life right now like every day's the weekend. I'm always on vacation, all right? But on occasion, I got to stop in and make a quick, do some of this. So all good, man. But like I said, man, definitely hope that everybody is vibing out, safe and secure wherever they are located at, and ultimately vibing the right way. So y'all let me know in the comment section too, man, what y'all getting into while we are on the late night, man. What's the activities? What's the functions, huh? Or are we all the way exclusively on stream, or we multitasking? I know some of y'all be running errands, got to go to work. Some people in the gym, you know what I mean? Like I said, I got the game on in the background. Y'all let me know. Craig Ellis said he was getting his lift on and it was leg day. Shout out to leg day. Yeah, I just recovered from leg day. I was going to get a lift in today. I for certain took that easy pass and was like, wifey, I'm gonna go run errands with you. I'm gonna go lift tomorrow. All right. So yeah, I for certain did that. Don't hold it against me. But I did. But on a lighter note, man, I did have my oldest, man, my future college babe, all right, my oldest KK, all right, who is officially going to Robert Morris University. Hence the reason why I got the RMU gear on. You will be seeing more and more of that from me. Super proud dad energy, all right. I'm definitely the dad. They got all the RMU dad, RMU this, yeah. So y'all know that's my baby. That's my boo. She going to college. Oh Lord, she going to college. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. But that is why you see the RMU gear on. But she got a workout, and yesterday she was like, Dad, I want to get a workout. I said, you know what? Let me show you some stuff. So we went in there, man, cut up a little bit in the gym, man. So that was a blast, man. So that takes precedent for my leg day skip today, all right? But I'm going to get it in tomorrow. Definitely get it in tomorrow. David Decker says the Horizon League, baby. Yeah, shout out to the Horizon League, man. Y'all saw them RMU folks, man, make it into the big dance last year, man. Super exciting time. And yeah, that was right around the time, man, when my little lady was heavily considering, like, all right, I think I want to go. I think I'm ready to go. So definitely excited about it, man. And I'm glad it's kind of close because, yeah, me and wifey, yeah, we not helicopter parents, but we like to be around our little ones. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're 18, you're still my little one. She going to be 40. I'm like, you still my little baby girl. I don't care what you say. So, yeah. But X Concepts, I know you can't skip the gym. I know. I'm going to get it in tomorrow. I promise you I'm going to get it in tomorrow. All right? I like to get my back big. I like to, you know what I'm saying, get a little lather, get a little sweat going. So it's coming. It's coming soon. Oh, and shout out to Jaron Pittsburgh Steelers for life, showing love. He says, congrats to my daughter. Nah, man, I appreciate you on that, man. Like I said, the lady is going to college. I don't know how to act. I don't know what to do. Every day, me and wife are just like, is this really happening? We planning graduation parties. We're like, Lord, how we get here? I remember when I was teaching how to ride a bike. Now we here? What? Teach you how to ride with no training wheels. What? How we get here? Just remember teach you how to drive. What? How we get here? It's crazy, man. But all I'll say is, man, yay, shout out to life, man. You keep living, you keep going through different experiences, positive, hopefully more positive than negative. But, all these different stages of life, man, are super dope, man. So kudos for that, man. But, with that being the case, man, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Y'all know the drill. Drop it in the comment section, baby. Where you tuning in from? So that way I can give you that big boy shout out to start tonight's show. And of course, you already know, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Shout out to Heather Dope as well, man, showing love, saying congrats to my baby girl. Said, man, she going to college, y'all. She going to college. I had to wait to break out the hoodie. I'm like, is it all right if I proud dad it on the podcast, or do I need to wait? She's like, nah, Dad, I've told my friends, I've made the announcement. They put me on the path. All right, cool. We in there now. We in here. So it's all right for me to wear the gear. All right. Shout out. Lucky ain't coming here with a whole hat and they're going, my daughter's going to school. I've done it. I got one out the house successfully. We did it. I got one right. All right. TBD on the other two, but I got one right. All right. So shout out. X Concepts also saying congrats to the mini Moats, man. Shout out on that. But let's see, man, who we have in here tonight. Light skinned Jesus in the 814 Erie, PA. The homie James Hayes in the 276 VA. All day. You know what time it is. I got to shout out the homie Jaron Pittsburgh Steelers for life in the 805 Paso Robles. Shout out to Paso Robles too, man. The good wine be out there. I'm familiar. And he says, by way of the 559 Visalia, California. Always got love for Visalia, California. You know that. Kenneth Moses says, salute from the 202. Oh, you up in D.C., huh? Okay. But by way of the 757, shout out to the homie Kenneth Moses then. And I do see you, Somber, in the 760 Coachella Valley, California. But he's 757 Norfolk in the building. Shout out to VA. Man, I hope you're enjoying yourself out there at Coachella. Hopefully you're at Coachella. Hopefully you living it up. Enjoying yourself. Vibes are good. Seen Missy Misdemeanor Elliott tearing it down the other day. Went up as a transformer. I said, that's my legend. She's from the hometown, bro. Tell you, I just walked past her. We would walk past her mama's house going to school, boy. And if you seen the whip out, if you seen the Ferrari, you knew she was here. Oh, it's Missy. She's here. Oh, it's Missy. So shout out to Missy. All right. And let's see. Mike Hood in the 614 Columbus. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio. You know it's major love over there as well. And yes, man, I do see a lot more of the congratulations coming in. Jay Farrow showing love as well, man. Like I said, from the heart, your boy, you appreciate it. Y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna be like an emotional roller coaster, especially as he gets closer to graduating, and then it gets closer to actually having to leave to go to school. And Lord, don't move in there. I might have to take 2 weeks off. They be like, where Moats go? He in recovery. What happened? Moved his little lady to campus. But shout out, man. Shout out. All right. And yes, James says VA for certain is slept on, man. The talent there from a musical standpoint is insane, man. Insane, man. But shout out to each and every one of y'all. And if y'all are enjoying tonight and how we rocking out, and I do see you, Justin Gordon, tapping it in Vegas to 702 at WrestleMania. Shout out. I know that's going to be a vibe. I'm going to be watching it. I ain't in Vegas. I'm going to watch it, though. Me and Little Man, we already ready. He's like, birthday's the 18th, WrestleMania time. All right, I got you, baby. Next day, I got you. I got you. So, yeah. We in there with you, all right? But you already know the drill, man. Like I said, man, drop that like in the front end of this thing if you are enjoying yourselves, man. Let's get these super chats popping off. So shout out to y'all. AJ Martinez, though, showing some love. He says, I got my Najee jersey on the way. It's baby blue and yellow. Yuck. JK, I was gonna say, hold on now. That sounds like a Chargers jersey, man. He says, I should buy one Najee. He said, I should buy one. Najee was great. Now we are a running back by committee again. For right now, we are running back by committee. As it stands today, when we have Jaylen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, yes, that is more committee-ish. But depending on how this draft plays out, we could very much shift that to this guy being a feature guy. But I don't hate the committee right now, man. We have high-quality committee players in terms of Kenneth Gainwell, in terms of Jaylen Warren, and I'm interested to see who that third or final member is, because that can change how we feel overall about that group, man. And there's some pretty dynamic, pretty explosive, and good-sized running backs in this draft that we've been talking about. So we will see, baby. We will see. All right, and shout out to the homie Chiller21. He says, me and the homie Mark Bergen was spitting fire on that video earlier today, man. I appreciate you on that. Like I said, if y'all haven't had a chance to tap in, man, make sure y'all tap in. Me and Mark Bergen, man, went back at it again, talking some Steelers quarterback situation, Shedeur, Rodgers, pick 21. You know we got to update it. So shout out to y'all, man. Definitely tap in on that. AJ Martinez also spun the block, man, showing some love with a not super chat, excuse me. He got a super chat after this, but he was paying it forward, being a rock star at life, gifted an upper room membership. So AJ, appreciate you on the front end being a rock star at life. And to the individual that received that membership, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. AJ Martinez then spun the block and gave another super chat, and he says, give up a third to get back into the second and get Jalen Milroe. Bruh, he's only 22 years old. He can be a project. That's not. Love, blessings, respect to 55, TG, all in the chat. Milroe may be gone in the first. Now, shout out to the Jalen Milroe vibe, man. We actually were talking about him on that call, man, me and the homie Mark Bergen. It's interesting, right? I'm interested in Jalen Milroe, but only at a certain cost. And that cost in terms of draft capital is second round or later. People have talked about him bumping up into the first. I don't see that personally. I think second round, though, is legitimately where he's going to go. And the reason why I'm open to him and why I'm a fan of that thought process of drafting him, how many people were on the Justin Fields bandwagon? How many people after 6 games this season were saying, yo, I want Justin Fields? Heck, when the season ended, a lot of people wanted that. I want Justin Fields. We obviously saw how that worked out, did not work. You know, the closest thing right now to Justin Fields in terms of intangibles, in terms of skill set, is Jalen Milroe. I'm not saying Jalen Milroe is Justin Fields coming out, because Justin Fields was more accurate, more consistent throwing the football down the grass. But in terms of their rushing ability, in terms of their overall profile of big arm, actually punishing style runners when they have the football, dynamic playmakers, yeah, Jalen Milroe is going to be the closest thing that you're getting to Justin Fields right now. And then on top of that, are we going to act like Milroe, he can't develop in the system, huh? The same system that we just seen Justin Fields develop in, right? And everybody said that you couldn't develop with Arthur Smith or Mike Tomlin in this system. We never saw Justin Fields play as clean or look as good as he's looked in the 6 games that he did here at any time in Chicago. We all said it, hence the reason why everybody wanted to re-sign him, right? So you're telling me that if I got this particular style of player, I've already seen at least one example of it working. And working to the tune of a guy going out there in free agency and signing a 2 for $40 million, 2 for $40 million with 20 guaranteed. Don't just throw it out there and just talk out your butt. Now I'm pulling up the facts of it and saying, hey, you tell me that guy couldn't develop and he did. You told me these coaches couldn't figure that out and they did with this guy. And who's the next closest thing to that? It's Milroe. So as long as it's second or third round, I'm all for it. I just don't want to do it in the first round. I feel like in the first round, I don't want a project. I want a player. I want a guy that is going to be able to come in and contribute. And if not that, then I want it to be Shedeur Sanders. And the only reason why I would not have him playing that right away is if Rodgers decided that he signed. But that's kind of my approach. Like I'm not a big fan of high-end capital being used to just sit and wait a year or two. There are outlier scenarios. There are one-offs where, yeah, Mahomes said, yeah, because Alex Smith was there. Rodgers said, yeah, because Brett Favre was there. Jordan Love said, yeah, because Rodgers was there. But if it's not a scenario like that, which we do not have that type of scenario right now, yeah, I'm not a big fan of, doing that. I'm like, yo, I want my guy to play early, man, and we'll see what happens with him. But like I said, that's just how I look at it. That's my approach with it. But that's why I'm not against Jalen Milroe. But it has to be second or third. I feel like when you're doing that first, is way too much capital draft-wise for a player that is going to take some time. He's not going to be ready in year one. Yes, he could, but I don't think he will be. But I do feel like if he's in this system and he's getting a chance to learn and be around it, and if, like I said, everybody's believing in Rodgers. All right, so fingers crossed it's Rodgers, fingers crossed. But if that is the case, then it's like, man, you're also going to get a chance to learn from one of the best to ever do it at this level. So that's the reason why I'm open to Jalen Milroe, man, as another option, another alternative, right? Because right now it's starting to look thin. It's like, I don't want to just overdraft one of these dudes, but we're going to need somebody. So we shall see, man. We shall see. Shout out to the homie Richard R. Bezo. He says, draft Shedeur Sanders if he falls, or draft in the third. Then extend TJ Watt. No more desperately waiting for Mr. In the Dark to dictate what he feels like doing. Richard Arbizo, now I like your mindset with that, man. I would love to, number one, draft Shedeur if he falls. We're back and forth on that. Like I said, man, me and Mark talking about that earlier today, and he is really against Shedeur falling. He doesn't see it happening. Whereas for me, I'm like, I don't see a lot of teams that are going to be lining up and saying that they need him right now. And based on the contracts and how much guaranteed money is left with some of these quarterbacks, these bridge type quarterbacks, is like, I don't see where it even makes a lot of sense to do something like that, but we shall see. But if not, then yeah, waiting into the third, I think is a little bit dicey. Could you still do it? Yes, I think you could still find a Will Howard at some point in the third, who I would still like. But now, once again, we're not talking about who we like just personally at this level. We're talking about, can you compete and ultimately help lead us to a championship? Or can you come in here and ultimately develop to the point that we think, hey, in a year or two from now, you could potentially lead us to a championship? I just think the further into the draft we get, the less likely that becomes. But like I said, man, we've seen some outliers where dudes come in mid to late round and develop early and lead their teams to crazy success, man. So we will see. But me personally, I prefer to go ahead and pay up front, man, and know what I'm getting, right? That's just me. But shout out to y'all tonight, man. Shout out to y'all. Let's go UW. Shout out to Let's Go UW as well, man. Always rocking out, man. I appreciate you, baby, from the heart. From the heart. He says, so the Pirates are now giving replicas to people who had bricks, allegedly. I'll believe it when I see it. I am with you as well. For those who don't know, yeah, the Pirates and the Pirate fans, shout out to Pittsburgh Pirates, but the fans that had ultimately, spent their money, hard-earned money, to get these nice, cool commemorative bricks placed in front of the stadium, had those bricks at some point in time removed without any type of notification. And yeah, they found out on the secondhand market. And then when they made a big, hey, bro, why my brick up here with my messaging and stuff like that was going on? Of course, the Pirates said it was an accident. We doing it on plan. It's planned. Everything's planned out. So I'm with you. Let's go, UW. If they are allegedly going to send out these replicas, I will wait until we start seeing, confirmation of that. Because, yeah, they be a little janky on time. A little janky. Mm-hmm. And yes, I'm with you, man. Reselling them bricks is for certain insane work, but that's what they was on. I'm like, yo, y'all really gonna do that on the secondhand market? What you gonna do? That got somebody, this is in memory of. I'm like, I don't want to buy no brick that says in memory of, bro. I'm cool. All right. I got PTSD. Y'all know how my situation went. I'm like, Lord, new. Alrighty. Let's go, UW. He says, also, so maybe it's just me, but this draft class as a whole just feels so meh compared to other drafts. There doesn't seem to be a ton of high-end prospects this year as a whole, especially at the quarterback position. So that's the funny part. Let's go, UW. When they don't hype up the quarterbacks and talk about the quarterbacks like they are just the best thing since sliced bread, it does overall make the draft feel a little less than. I think that this draft is actually a really good draft. We just put so much stock in quarterback. We let that determine how we personally feel about the draft. It's like, oh, if you got 3 sexy quarterback names, we think this is a great draft. Why? Because we got some quarterbacks in there. That's literally it. I'm like, Abdul Carter's a heck of a player. We talk about Ashton Genty, heck of a player. Travis Hunter, heck of a player. We start going on that list. Jahad Campbell, the linebacker out of Bama, heck of a player. Right? We said all the different running backs they have. We like, bro, they got dudes. We talk about some of these shit. It's like, if you're looking for the perfect God tier quarterback, sure. They don't have that at this stage right now. But heck, how many of these so-called, this is the perfect draft, this is all these quarterback prospects, then we go back and look 2 years, 3 years, and we're like, these dudes were trash. Some of these dudes aren't even in the league right now. I seen Matt Corral throwing some picks down to the UFL. I remember it was a couple years ago. He was a part of a draft class that was talked about pretty highly, right? So that's my only thing with it, man. The quarterback stuff will have a little bit more of an impact on how we feel overall about the draft. But don't let that, change your thought process about the players in here, man. There's some quality players in this draft, man. Some dudes on offense, defense in the trenches, second level, secondary as well, man. So they got some dudes in the draft, man. You'll be surprised. But that's all it is, though, man. Whenever they have the Trevor Lawrence or the Caleb Williams, they talk about those guys so much. And it's exciting, but it also is like, all right, this has to be a great class because you have this great prospect. But it's like, nah, man, this class got some depth in it, man. This class got some players in it, man, for certain. All right. Shout out to Justin Gordon, also showing love, man. Appreciate you from the heart. You know that, baby. You know that. He says, yo, we need that Mark collab live show once a week. Now listen. I'm loving the homie Mark Bergen and everything that we've been doing in terms of the collab content, man. I'm on his show. He been popping up over here. And for certain, we are going to continue to do more and more. I would love to do the live. Now you guys stay tuned on that one. Now you know that. All right. I'm down for the live because this is where it gets active. All right. But we'll see, man. Like I said, man, Mark doing his thing though, man. So shout out to everybody that has been enjoying the dual content, man. And I forgot the term that the streamers use. So we're cross-pollinating. All right. We're collabing on content. That's what I'm trying to get hip like the streamers do. All right. I'm collabing. Okay. Yeah. But shout out to y'all, man. Don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm going to rock it with this here orange Gatorade tonight. Let's get it. Man, oh, man. Like I said, I be enjoying coming in here and talking to y'all, man. Or at least I talk to y'all. Y'all be talking back to me in spirit and in truth. So respect. All right. Justin Gordon, spinning the block. He says, I'm cool using all 7 picks to get 4 quality, high upside draft players or draft picks. terms of a nose tackle or D tackle, running back, a DB/safety, an offensive lineman, preferably a guard is what he's saying, or a QB. And he put JM for Jalen Milroe specifically. So he's looking if in some variation he wants 4 quality players to come out of that draft, but he does like to use all 7 picks. Wants a nose tackle. I like that. We've been talking about that. Kenneth Grant is a heck of a prospect, man. Somebody that we could potentially target in the first round. Derek Harmon, another big body interior D lineman out of Oregon that we do like as well. Running back, plethora of those guys. Y'all know my personal favorite, Marion Hampton, but I'm an Ashton Genty guy. And if not those two, I like Caleb Johnson as well, man, out of Iowa, just to name a few. And you know them Ohio State boys. Can't talk running backs without talking to Ohio State boys. You know what I'm talking about, Mike Hood, Travion Henderson, and of course, young Quinshawn Junkins as well, man. DB/safety. I saw one mock had us taking the kid out of South Carolina. Was it Emin Wari? I think I'm butchering his last name, but they had us taking him, man. So I don't hate that. I just feel like right now, if I'm investing early capital, I want it on the offensive side of the ball personally, but I'm not tripping on it. Another corner, man. We talked about a couple of those slot guys as well, man. The kid out of Texas, we like. I like the kid from Kentucky. Was it Hairston? Maxwell Hairston. Yeah, like him a lot, man. Think he could transition into that slot corner range, but also play outside as well, man. Long, wiry dude, but quick as heck. Nice ball skills. O-line. You can never go wrong with O-lineman, but you know the guys I'm looking at, man. Charles Grant out of Wayman Mary and Churchland High School legend. 5'7", baby. You know I'm gonna shout you out. And Wyatt Milam, the tackle over at West Virginia. Like both of those dudes, man. And then at quarterback, of course, man, you've heard how I talked about Jalen Milroe. You know I'm a big Shedeur Sanders fan. So, yeah, I don't hate that at all, man. I think that all of those type of players and all those type of, position groups for certain could work, man. So I do like your mindset, Justin Gordon. I definitely like that. Mike Hood. He's so hood. How do I my ways? I'm sorry, Mike Hood. I just had to go do that one time. If y'all remember that song, y'all know what time it is. Hit the like button one time for the culture. All right, drop it in the comment section if you're digging it. But don't forget to subscribe either, man. All right, that's back when Ace Hood and T-Pain, everybody had it on lock, man. Sheesh. It's one of my joints right there, one of my joints. But Mike Hood says, Mr. Moats, congrats on baby girl and Robert Morris University. My baby going to college, y'all. My baby going to college. Oh, Lord. No, I appreciate y'all. That. He says, I seen Justin's college career up close. Can't compare Milroe and Fields. Just my opinion. And that's fair. I mean, if we're talking about production, obviously it's the reason why Justin Fields was drafted as high as he was. I would also say this, man. We look at Jalen Milroe and his situation this year, and we bring up 10 picks. I think it was 5 passing touchdowns. Obviously, we know he ran for his share as well, but we focus on that and that alone. We don't think about who was his head coach. Big transition this year, right? We talk about the roster and how that was also transitioned as well. So not making excuses, but context in terms of why one might say, oh, yeah, you can't compare Justin Fields to Jalen Milroe. And while others might say there is a lot of context in between what Justin Fields was rocking with and why a lot of those Ohio State quarterbacks during that time frame as well had some of the craziest, most gaudy numbers. But we saw how a lot of them struggled to transition to the NFL, and largely due to how much talent they had around them. And even to the point with Justin Fields, we're still sitting here and saying, what now? Is he finally going to put it together to the point where you feel like he's for certain a franchise guy? We said we just saw 6 games of him showing signs of that just this year. So going back to Ohio State, Justin Fields versus Jalen Milroe at Bama, I just think that there is some context in there, man, and we would actually see them as a lot not closer in terms of, oh, yeah, they're back, but I think the gap is closer than what it might just at surface level be from my perspective. But shout out to you, man, because I know you watch a ton of that ball over there, man. And that's why anytime I talk Ohio State, I'm rocking with you, baby. Come on now, Mike Hood. So shout out. And shout out to Leah Warren. I do see you tapping in here in the comment section. I see you over there, Leah. I see you, 254 Colleen, Texas. I'm going to shout you out. You know that. But then we also got Justin Gordon. Justin Gordon says AR is not a volunteer. We can't be a hostage. Hashtag Mason. Now, I definitely feel you on that, man. And that's been part of my grievance with this whole situation. I just feel so slimy inside when I even talk about, oh, yeah, let's keep waiting on Rodgers. Oh, yeah, Rodgers come and save us. Because it's like, bro, we really over here just waiting to get picked up. Like, yo, Dad, you gonna ever come back from the store? Dad, you told me you was going to get milk. You never came back. I'm like, yeah, man, we still waiting on him. We still waiting. I'm like, hey, man, all right now. Can we stop waiting on him and just go make our own energy? Because I feel just bad right now. I'm like, well, we really over here just saying like, Rodgers, please pick us. Pick me, Rodgers, pick me. Pick me. I'll wait all day, Rodgers. You're the best. Like, come on, man. I don't like that. I don't like how it feels. Doesn't feel like how we do business. All right. But granted, when you are in these uncharted territories, these uncharted waters that we are currently in, called finding the next franchise quarterback post Ben Roethlisberger. We haven't done it just yet, and we don't have a long track record of doing it successfully just yet. So we're trying something new, clearly. We've tried the let's be aggressive out the gate. Mr. Biscuit, we're signing you as soon as free agency starts. Saw how that played out. All right, we went to the draft. Let's get the Heisman finalist, the Mr. Fake Slide, change the rule, ACC champion from Pitt, Kenny Pickett. I saw that played out. We said, all right, give Mason Rudolph a chance. Row. Save Christmas. I remember that. Killed it down the stretch, but we saw that played out. Then from there, it was like, all right, let's go get a Russell Wilson. Saw that played out. Let's get a Justin Fields and a Russell Wilson at the same dang time. We seen how that played out. So here we are. It's like, all right, we're talking about, you want to roll it with Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson? Do you want to draft a Jalen Milroe, Will Howard, or Jackson Dart? Is like, yeah, you see, we don't have it worked here. It worked there. It ain't worked at all just yet, man. Hence the reason why we are here again, trying to find that QB. So that is partly that's partly why we have to take this here pick me approach with Aaron Rodgers. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I will applaud the fact that the Steelers are leaving no stone unturned. They have really went out here and they tried everything. All right. Now they're giving it up. Lord. But here we are. So you already know that you hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Text the homie TG, see if he's ready to roll. And then from there, man, we will see what we're going to do next. Okay. All righty. And yes, Mike Hood, it is very hard to find the unicorn or a unicorn in any capacity, but that's the name of the game. And if you don't find the unicorn, you better find everything else to make it rock out. So when a unicorn does pop up, you could either compete with it or hopefully it can come join you and take you to the promised land. So yeah, buddy. But while we wait on the homie TG, they want to tap into a couple of things, man. On the front end, I talked about it, man, with these Steelers top 30 visits. You heard me saying that. When did I say that, actually? Actually, at the beginning of the show. I was like, man, I was just talking about top 30 visits at some point. But yeah, so with that, man, we said there's some type of combination, some type of crossover between top 30 visits, pro day appearances by the big people, right? In terms of Coach Tomlin, Omar Khan, or combine meetings. That's some of the ways that we'll be able to track who potentially will be drafted by the Steelers or even signed via free agents or post draft as well. So just for context, right? We know last year who our draft class was, but of those guys, multiple of them were top 30 visits. Troy Fautanu, that was our first round draft pick last year. He was a top 30 visit. Mason McCormick, 4th round pick for us, started a lot of games last year, was a top 30 visit. Zach Frazier started every game pretty much for us last year at the center position, top 30 visit. Logan Lee, he was our 6th round pick, if I remember correctly, didn't get to play. Obviously was dealing with an injury, but was a top 30 visit. Peyton Wilson, 3rd round pick, balled out. Top 30 visit for the Steelers. And then also, you know this name, Beanie Bishop. Shout out to Beanie Bishop. Undrafted guy, but he was also a top 30 visit. To me, that tracks. That's information, and that's not just a 1 year sample size. We can go back, and you will see a lot of that type of crossover, a lot of that type of consistency with this. So that is why I wanted to spend some time today, or at least tonight too. Like I said, man, talk about some of these guys on the list, man, and just read off all the names as well. I will say on the front end, man, shout out to Steelers Depot, man. They do a awesome job with acquiring all of this information, man. I ain't about to come up here and just take they work, swagger, jack them, and not show some credit on them, all right? So shout out to the boys over there, man. I like what y'all doing. Keep it up. But in terms of the top 30 visits, man, they had multiple QBs come in, 4 of them. Tyler Shuck, Jackson Dart, Shedeur Sanders, Kyle McCord. Why is that important? We obviously spent a lot of time last week talking about Shedeur Sanders coming on a visit. We said, yo, this is important, man. If he's coming here, that means the Steelers are heavily considering drafting him, right? So I do like the fact that we had him on the list. But we also like some of them other quarterbacks, right? In terms of first round potential, Jackson Dart, one of those guys is flirting with first round, second round time frame. Him coming on a visit, I like that. Tyler Shuck, do your due diligence, man. He played at a high level last year at Louisville. I like him. Problem is injury history and overall age as a prospect does have his concerns about, is he going to be able to have his game can his game translate to this level? And is he also going to be healthy enough? And he's not going to be, a 3 contract guy. So when you're talking first round draft picks, those type, or second, actually first round, mainly first rounders, right? When you're talking that, you're just looking at how many times I can get this guy under contract, right? The younger you are, we call you 3 contract guys. Those guys typically are more appealing to organizations. All right. But I like the batch of quarterbacks. Kyle McCord, sneaky dark horse guy to keep your eyes on, right? So I like all 4 of them. We talk about running back prospects that they were checking out. DJ Giddens. They checked out 5 running back prospects. DJ Giddens from Kansas State. Omarion Hampton from UNC. North Carolina, gonna raise up on you. All right. Then we had Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee. Bashul Tutton out of Virginia Tech. And Ali Gordon, the second from Oklahoma State. Jaden Blue from Texas. And Caleb Johnson from Iowa. Actually, it's 2 more running backs. Excuse me on that one. RJ Harvey from UCF. And Mike Hood's boy, Travion Henderson out of Ohio State. The Ohio State. Big fan of this running back group for multiple reasons. DJ Giddens can pick him up, put him down, man. He can go with the best of them. Nice game. Omarion Hampton, y'all know that's my favorite in this class because of the big body speed package that he has going on, man. That's my big body Benzo, okay? He can run you over, but he can also go by you, and he's smooth. Like I said, super smooth, man. Dylan Sampson also fits that same mindset, man, as Omarion Hampton. In fact, I think Sampson's, to me, plays faster, but I like Hampton's overall size and just running demeanor. Bashul Tutton, man, he obviously was the guy who killed it at the combine, man, with the big boy speed, and had a lot of people taking notice of him. Good player. I didn't like the fact he had that stank knee brace on for a portion of the season, but on the smaller side, but for certain can fly, man. When he puts foot in the ground, man, and gets north and south, he's out of there, man. So I definitely like his game. Ali Gordon II, man, that's my L Bell type running back right there. Didn't have the best 40 time this year, man. Obviously had a down season in comparison to last year and everything leading up to this season, but worth the flyer in my opinion, if healthy. Definitely worth the flyer, man. Jaden Blue, another dude, man, could absolutely go, man. Big fan. And Caleb Johnson, like I said, that's the guy for me, man, that I really, really like a lot, man. I like his size, like his overall. He didn't run as fast as I wanted him to run either, but he was faster than than my man Ali Gordon. So I was like, all right, I'll take that, man. Kudos, right? But Caleb Johnson is a good player, man. I think he's second round time frame as well. RJ Harvey, I was watching some more of him earlier today. Love his patience. He's I got to see how his size, because I thought he was a little bit on the smaller size when I was watching his tape. But let me actually pull him up real quick. RJ Harvey out of UCF. Yeah, 5'9", 208. I thought he was a smaller back. But I say, yeah, that tracks there, man. Because I like his game, though, man. And he can go. He can definitely go. But the smaller size definitely makes me a little bit more hesitant on him, just because I already have a Jalen Warren, who's a smaller back, along with a Kenneth Gainwell, who's also on the smaller side, man. So that's my only hesitancy with the smaller dudes like RJ Harvey. But big fan of Travion Henderson. You already know how I feel about him, man. I've talked about him a lot. Some of the wide receivers, we only brought in 4 guys. Now, I do think largely due to the DK Metcalf trade, we don't have a big need for a wide receiver anymore. Prior to the DK Metcalf trade, I thought we would have been heavy on wide receiver. Y'all know that's what we were saying first round. For me, you need to go target. Bringing DK in, we only brought in 4 wide receivers. Jalen Noel out of Iowa State, like his game, smooth player. Savion Williams out of TCU, another good player, man. Did his thing for a while down there. Jaden Higgins, the other wide receiver. Iowa State got 2 of them, right? Jaden Higgins and Jalen Nolan. Both good players, man. I like both of them right there. And then Matthew Golden, another big speed down the grass guy out of Texas. Good wide receiver group. Honestly, I don't think we draft any of those dudes just because it's like we don't need to. And I think they're all going to be going at places, where it's a little bit higher up than what we would personally be looking to draft a wide receiver, just from my opinion. Because when you have DK Metcalf, when you have George Pickens, when you have Calvin Austin, when you have Roman Wilson, it's like, God, dog, who else I need? You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody actually on top of that. Low key, I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting one, all right? Which I might be. But either way, it's a lot of names over there, okay? So make sure I just double check my work real quick, all right? Double check my work. Technically I ain't forgetting nobody. But shout out to Scotty Miller, all right? And Ben Skronik, my special teamer. All right. So shout out to them boys over there. Can't forget Ben Skronik. You right, Samba. It was Ben. I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Who am I forgetting, man? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Ben Skronik and Scotty Miller. Whoops. My bad. But when I'm looking at those wide receivers, I'm like, I think that a lot of those players are going to be gone earlier than what we are going to be trying to draft a wide receiver. I don't want to draft a wide receiver at 21. I don't want to draft a wide receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round personally. Like between D-line, between quarterback, between running back. Yeah. I that's where I'm at. D-line, running back, quarterback, cornerback. You know what I mean? I feel like all those 4, to me, take more priority than wide receiver. And that's before I even talk about, do I get another offensive lineman in here too? I have 5 different spots out of the day before I'm even thinking about wide receiver right now, man. But shout out to those dudes, though, because they are good players, though. And it's not a knock on them. It's just my respect for their production. I just don't think that they're going to be around when I'm talking about taking a receiver later on. Like, all right, man, just get somebody in here. You know what I mean? So D-line, though, I like some of these names, and specifically they got the name that I really wanted to see. They got J.J. Pegas out of Ole Miss, like that. Yaha Black out of Iowa. The one that I really am excited about, Derek Harmon out of Oregon. My 5'5" partner them. Shout out to 5'5" Derek Harmon. Do your thing. Would love for him to come into the black and gold, man. Would love that. Jared Harrison Hunt out of SMU. Joshua Farmer came in on a visit out of Florida State. Shout out to SMU again. Elijah Roberts. We got both of them dudes that came in on top 30 visits. Let's see. Oh, another dang good player, man. Darius Alexander out of Toledo. Good player. And Jamari Caldwell from Oregon also came in on top 30 visits. Shamar Stewart. I don't know if y'all classify him or how y'all classify Shamar Stewart. All right. Shout out to Shamar. I mean, he's technically an edge, but he played at Texas A&M. That's yeah, man. He would be Cam Hayward in our defense. All right. He going to be in bumping to that 5 technique or 3 technique D lineman. All right. Just want to give y'all some clarity on that. I know it says edge when you see him, though. Okay. But yeah, Shamar Stewart is for certain a big body that's bumping inside. All right. Big body that bumps inside. But I like these names. Like, they have some dang good players between Derek Harmon and even Jamari Caldwell. I'm like, both of those dudes. Now, obviously, Harmon to me is the more dynamic, the player that I want. Of my interior D lineman, I personally like Derek Harmon more than I would rather go Kenneth Grant, just because I like his athleticism and his profile. But in terms of that nose tackle spot, if not a Kenneth Grant type, man, you could definitely consider a Jamari Caldwell from Oregon, man. In terms of competition, in terms of just different body types, different personnel, different people to put in there. That's something to consider. All right. So I do like that. And actually, let me see, how much did he weigh in at? Yeah, 340. I knew he was like wide load, man. Boy, 6'3", 340. Lord, that big dog, big dog, man. So like I said, man, some options there. And then the last couple ones on the back end, man. Azariah Thomas, the corner out of Florida State. Definitely like him. I think he's first or second round, along with Trey Amos from Ole Miss. The homie TG said he'd be ready in a couple minutes. All right. But yeah, Azariah Thomas from Florida State and Trey Amos from Ole Miss, both coming in on visits. Both good players, too. Oh, man, got some on my microphone. But yeah, both good players, man, in the sense of having that ability to play on the outside, but also potentially being able to bump in there into the slot also, man. So I do like both of those guys. Justin Whaley from Minnesota also came in. And then the last non-local top 30 visit, Nick Emenwowi. That's the one out of South Carolina that I was talking about earlier. And I was like, I'm going to butcher his name. That's him. So because he came in on the top 30 visit and I've seen him mocked a couple of times, just something to look out for. I don't personally think we take him because I think he's a first or second round type of guy. And he's listed as safety. He plays safety. I think he's a really good player. Gives me Minka vibes. So it's like, I don't need to take that right now, right? I don't think so. I would hope not. I feel like we're good with the back end. Sean Elliott and company. Like, I like that. But let me actually want to check one thing with, he's 6'3". I was about to say, because that was the other thing, man. I was like, with Nick Emenwowi, I'm butchering it. He is a tall, like, longer body dude, man. Give you some Kyle Hamilton, Minka vibe, like, type of safety back there, man. But I love the size, love the speed that he plays with. He can ball. But I don't think he's going to fall past second round personally, man. I think that he is a dang good player, man, that can cover, but he's going to hit you too, man. And yeah, he got good size, man. We talk 6'3", 227-ish. Yeah, got good size on him, man. So we will see. But as a whole, I do like this, I do like the people that have come in on the visits. Now, we did have a couple of local visits, and the only difference with the local visits is technically they don't count against the 30 non-local players that you're inviting in. So we did have four local visits. Two of these names are very intriguing. One I like a lot. All right, the tight end out of Pitt, Gavin Bartholomew, he came in for a visit. Donovan McMillan from Pitt, he's a safety. He came in, dang good player as well. Ben Sauls, not a punter, but he's a kicker. Shout out to the Pitt kicker. All right, he came in. And the one that I'm the big favorite and excited about was the tackle out of West Virginia, Wyatt Milam, coming in on a top 30 on a local visit. And the reason they could do that is because of just the mild proximity college-wise to where the professional team is located at that, is requesting the visit. But as you can hear, man, quality players, man, that they have brought in, man. Most of these dudes are early on, but as a whole, man, a lot of talented players, man, at multiple position groups. And you can kind of see the type of players that the Steelers are considering. They are tracking very much what we talk about on the show daily, right? And I do like that. That lets y'all know that we in the right space, man. That we shooting right, all right? Some people just be shooting, just shoot. We here. We got a little focus, all right? So I do like that. But we're going to find out, man. We are getting close. We are getting super, super close, man. So, like I said, that will wrap up the top 30 visits portion of it, man. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it. And, if y'all did enjoy that part of the convo, hit the like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Let's get it. Alrighty. I'm gonna take me a sip too while I'm in here waiting on the homie TG to hit me back. He said, yo, I'll be ready in a couple of minutes. I said, all right, big dog, take your time. I'm just vibing out with the congregation, vibing out, drinking a little orange Gatorade. Shout out to the orange Gatorade. And X Concepts, I got you, all right? I'm gonna dedicate a whole show one day to just punter talk, just for you. Go back to my roots, talking about the drop. It's all about the drop. Okay. Come on now. I know a little something about the punt. What's your hang time looking like? I need 40 plus. I need 4-second plus hang time. And I need that thing outside the numbers in between. Okay. Don't put it out of bounds too often. But that's the area I'm looking for. All right, outside numbers. 4 seconds hang time. I need 40 plus net. That's the bare minimum. Okay. So they got some dudes though. They definitely got some dudes, man. We was talking about the UFL punters the other night, man. Or was that Monday night? Yeah, talking about Marquette King. I know you remember Marquette King. Brad Wing, former Pittsburgh Steeler. Yeah. Them boys tied for the record for longest punt. All right. So trust me, man. I'm down for the punt and talk. Punters matter. All right. I was a long snapper and a punter at a part of my life. All right. So I'm very familiar with it. I'm very familiar. All right. I'm down. And I've had some pretty cool punters, man, in my life, man. All right. Shout out to my dog, Brian Mormon. My first punter, man, I was up in Buffalo, man. That's my dude. Y'all might remember him. He was the punter that got absolutely demolished in the Pro Bowl by the late, great Sean Taylor. All right. Shout out. Punters matter, man. Punters do matter. Y'all know how I feel about my homie, Presley Harvin. All right. Dude that obviously we didn't play together, but man, formed a nice relationship, man, during his time here. Heck, man, you know my Aussie, all right, Jordan Berry. Put another shrimp on the bob, it might. All right, what your drop looking like though? What your drop looking like? Same space, same drop every time, same location. All right, so that way I ain't trying to adjust my kick on the fly. All right, I need and it's a moving target. But yeah, baby, let's go. And what's good with you, Scott Too Smooth? Since you vibing out at work, man, I like that. I like that a lot, man. Hopefully everything's good at your place of employment, man. You stacking that paper the way you supposed to do it, all right? Respect to you. Got the homie TG, man, just shot me a text. Said, he about ready about that time. X Concept, don't you tempt me with a good time. Talking about, dog, is there a punter film session incoming? Don't you tempt me with a good, I'll go live for that one. All right. I usually don't do my film sessions live. I like to, be a little more intimate with my process. But let's get it. And David Decker says, Moats, question, are you going live next Thursday for the draft? Come on, man. What you think? Have I ever not went live on a live since we've been doing it here on the here content? I know it's been some changes to the team, I know that you don't see the familiar face that you've seen for the past, 5-6 years. Shout out to the homie Deke. But, we still going to be in here percolating, popping live, having a lot of fun, man. All right. So, yes, the watch party will be on and popping. I'll be starting a little bit later just because I got to do some, stuff on the front end down there with the black and gold. I got to make an appearance, man. It's tap out for a little bit. Sometimes they want me to feel like I'm important, like I'm a socialite. Sometimes they make me feel like I'm a little bit of a celebrity. All right. So I'm going to pop up for a little bit. Okay. But then after that, though, we for certain here, I want to say, I think 9:00 is when this stream will start. All right. Next Thursday. Cause like I said, I'll be down. Do stuff for the Steelers, like I always got to do on draft night. But as soon as that is over, man, I'll be jetting back out here. And y'all know, man, it'll only be about 5 picks in first hour. So we have plenty of time, man. Plenty of time to chop it up. But yes, I will be having a watch party, man. So tell a friend to tell a friend. And, might be some fun stuff happening out there on that night as well, man. Some appearances potentially. All right. But y'all already know the drill. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling with the homie TG. Alrighty. Hit the like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel.
Hello.
Yeah. There he is, ladies and gents. That's the one that we was looking for. That's the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, let's drop the intro. Can I drop the intro? I gotta drop the intro, okay? So, ladies and gents, I'm joined right now by that man, that Pittsburgh Steelers alum. The former linebacker, but he's also a former West Virginia Mountaineer. I don't know if you know this, but they say it's almost heaven there. And a lot of people happen to say it too. A lot of people say it. But then on top of that, my man is the current defensive coordinator of the Norfolk State University Spartans. Come on, Spartan Legion. You know what time it is. Behold the green and the gold. So one time, make some noise for my locker mate, Terence Garvin. Yeah! That boy good. good. All right, now the crowd even remixing the chat said, "Oh my God, the crowd's going wild." Jay Farrell got the hand clap emoji. Mike Hood said, "Oh, it's TG in the house, T Jizzle in the house, Lord." The chat they all shouting you out, man. David Decker even said TG. TG, TG. They call you TG the Great. I can't make this up. This is what the people say. All right. You a man of the people. This is what the people say, though, bro. That's what they saying about you, man. And a lot of people saying it. So it must be true. You know how it is.
I love it.
Shout out, though, man.
My guys.
Shout
out.
Oh.
You could be anywhere in the world. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, facts, man. Facts. Like I said, man, the support that they show it, man, the way they shout you out tonight, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. So we appreciate y'all. And
let me be real with you, man.
Talk to me. What you got?
That portal open today, man. It's the Wild West out here. It's for the time.
For those that don't know, like I said, he is the current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University. So with that being the case, yes, the NCAA transfer portal did open up today. All right. Cool. Everybody got focused on Nico. All right. Amaliava. But yeah, there's a lot of players in the transfer portal. And yes, my man right here has been working. Shout out to my dog. You surviving though, huh? Are you thriving in it? Which one we doing?
Man, we're we're thriving in it.
There it is.
I think it's new to everybody. So it's a lot of surprises. It's a lot of things. It's an experience. I love it, but it's
what it's
wild.
It's
eye-opening for sure. Like certain things, like it's wild. It's a good time though. What a time.
It still trips me out that they got two like portal time frames where they could get in. I'm like, whew. All right, and you can sign here, you can sign this time of year or that time of year. I'm like, man, the game has changed. The game has changed.
I think what I say is, I think you can now see like it's just like you can just the portal tell you a lot of stories now, man. Yeah. You just can see a lot of stories in here. Like it's a lot of like, it's no secret on who you are anymore. Like it's no secrets, you know. I think when we were coming out a little bit, it could be a little bit more secretive.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Somebody flying under the radar. I don't know enough about this one.
Just more of Arthur Moats. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Hold on. Elaborate a little bit more then. Talk to me.
Arthur Moats goes to the Arthur Moats. Mm-hmm. It's hard to put, but it's like it's now a process. Like it's almost like the NFL can now see the process. You know?
Okay.
Your story, you walk up a ladder into the league in a sense.
Oh, yeah. I see exactly what you mean.
See Arthur Moats.
Because I was Arthur the whole time at JMU. There was no Arthur started at this school. Then he had to go to that school where he got better. But then he went to this school where he really got.
You came out of JMU. Yeah. You did that at a. Yeah. You know, you did very well.
Mm-hmm.
I think your story would have been different in this story.
I would agree, but I think both of ours would. When you start talking the NIL, and you start talking about the way that you vertically ascend.
But forget the NIL part.
Okay, talk to me.
And forget the NIL part. Not even that part of it yet.
Just the ability to just transfer.
Just the portal aspect of. You would have had to be different to be Arthur Moats. It's just different now.
Because I'm trying to think. Back then we had rules where if you transferred, you automatically sitting for a year.
Sit out.
You had to sit a year, mandatory. So unless you were dropping in levels, going from 1A to 1AA, and nobody was really trying to do that back then. Now those rules are no longer intact. So that's why the portal has become such a prominent thing, because you don't have the consequence of if I leave the school, I got to sit.
I think it just tells the player now, it doesn't truly matter where you start. It's truly about you must constantly.
You got to show yourself every year, right?
You must constantly be on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have time for you can't slack. It ain't no.
It's a 1 year deal. It sounds like 1 year. It's 1 year.
Like you just don't have time to go in there and have that freshman year anymore. That's over. Like you got to grow up quick. You know.
Now you can speak to this too, but they talk about how the portal has such a negative impact on the high school athlete.
Completely.
Because it's do I want this kid that I got to teach, or do I want this transfer who's ready to go?
It's a different experience. You're not like you guys unless you're just number one. You're not gonna get all that like you're not taking the world tour on the visits. And you're not like it's just different. Like it's
dang that changed. Man, the word the visits used to be fire. You know this, TG.
The visits used to be part of the
on, man.
Like,
hey, bro.
Man, I went here.
Everybody was trying to be that man on the visit, bro. Come on, man. We all saw Jesus Shuttlesworth
in the true visit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still visits and whatnot. It's still some guy. Like it's just levels.
Yeah, but you got to be the guy now coming out. Whereas back then,
it's hard for a high school kid now. It's way tougher now. Because you just have to constantly be on that rise, man. Like every day you got to be on that rise. You got to be getting better every day. Like every day you got to be getting better. That's all to it. Like every day you have to be on the rise. And it honestly should make the NFL better.
You think so?
Because like it should.
I'm so back and forth on it, bro.
I think it hurts it because a kid doesn't know how to do those dark days as hard.
I was about to say, how do you fight?
I think learning how to do those dark days is part of
that's the league, bro.
Like, that's
TG. We both see it. We both seen it, bro.
Like, yeah, and it's hard for people to get into that.
It's like hard because that's usually the first time in your life that you have to experience that, where you are no longer the man. You're no longer playing 99% of the game. It's like, bro, what is this? And you still know you nice, and that's the other part. Like,
but I think in college now, if you don't get it, you can hit it.
Right. So in a way, it's almost, I think, being more of a detriment in that space of it. But I see the positive that you're seeing too, though.
I think it affects the totality of it completely because then I think even to the coach, it's no longer that system. Everything's like it's got to be able to be taught quickly. Everything does because everything's in a sense.
You have to simplify it. You don't get to like build upon this guy being in my program for 3-4 years. It could be 1 year. I need you to small menu, big understanding.
Small menu, big. It's almost, but it's almost no way you can truly. Like I think the transfer portal now encourages you to get it. It's no way you can truly not transfer.
But now, do you feel like is it just because of the transfer part, or is it because of what you potentially are walking into financially? Okay, because that's what I'm like. Dudes aren't just going to transfer just to transfer.
No, but you have to say you have a good year per se at Florida.
Yeah.
And you have a good year, it's almost like you have to low-key transfer to go get that money that you want to get. Or you have to at least
see that.
Game. You get what I'm saying? Like it almost
you have to leverage your production to get the payment. But we've seen how that could be negative on you though. You do it at the wrong time, you do it the wrong way.
You can do it it's so it makes the kids grow up so fast now. Like I've seen.
Oh, you're a professional. You're a professional. You're a student athlete no more. You're a professional, bro. Like
you're a student professional. Like it's a different time for the kid. It's a different game. So you got to respect in a sense. Like I do respect. Like some of these like kids playing well because it is a different business. Like it's a lot of different pressure these kids deal with now. We didn't have them social medias and like you feel like you have to get an offer. Like it's people out here, man. It's all types of like stories you get, man. Fake offers on the internet.
I hear the fake offer stuff. I hear I gave you an offer, but it really wasn't your offer.
It's just so much pressure for the kids now, man.
Yeah, like I want to see if you're gonna commit, but if you commit and I got too many commit, then it's like, yo, bro, you can't commit no more. You're like, hold on, bro, what is this?
Took too long.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what?
Yo, you got till 12 o'clock to make your decision, bro. And it's like these are major decisions for kids.
Bro, we're talking about life altering when you're going to a college, man. You get to the wrong program, wrong coaching staff, wrong system, like. That can cost you millions when we're talking about your potential earning of making it to the NFL.
For sure. So it's just extremely important for like I think as kids have, you know what I mean? I just think the parents should just know what's going on. Like these high school parents should understand. They should be like lessons per se for the high school athlete on, yo, this is what's really going on. This is how
you got to go to IMG for that. You know this.
It's like,
IMG about the only place around here doing that out of high school, man.
like the importance of Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just the importance of setting like
Now
just
you told me that,
information.
right, about the Twitter stuff in terms of
Yeah,
now you have to have it where your huddles
you
up
have
there,
to.
man, your
You
contact
have to.
information. Coaches got to be able to
Yeah,
recruit you from your social media without
yeah.
having to feel
Like
crazy inconvenienced.
don't have your messages all locked up. That verified part, like just a lot of business to it. You got to know the insides of the game within. You know, you want to have a clean page. Like a lot of people retweet all their friends and whatnot. Make sure you're tweeting yourself too, putting your information out there.
Man, you
You know.
dropping nuggets, bro. Hey, listen, I feel like I'm at the daggone rookie symposium. I feel like I'm just getting drafted and they give me all the info. Clean up your social media, all right? Back then they was talking about Facebook teach. They was like, hey, go back and make sure you get all the bad comments. Make sure you got this right, clean you up on your socials. I was like, what? They check all this? Yes, yes. Oh man, that's real.
Good times.
That's
Good
real.
times.
And look, I'm just glad that I know you and you in it, man, because you doing your thing, all right? So shout out to you. Shout out to you. But yeah, we in that thing, man. What a time. Shout out to the portal, man.
What a time.
Shout out to the portal. Well, shoot, man. I guess.
What a time.
Hey, look. I guess since we've started off at the collegiate ranks, we'll stay there for a little while. Did you see there's some numbers getting retired collegiately? Did you see them Colorado Buffaloes got a pair of numbers going up in the rafters? Yeah, man. Shout out for those that don't know. Guess what? 2 days ago, man, the University of Colorado Buffaloes announced that Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders were going to have their jersey numbers retired at the University of Colorado, man. Nobody will ever be able to wear the number 2 or 12 again. And obviously, a lot of people were super supportive of the Travis Hunter announcement because obviously Heisman Trophy winner will, only played to dominate or to produce the level that we've seen him produce with the amount of usage on both sides of the ball collegiately, doing it at multiple levels. So it's like, man, we see him and that make perfect sense. Like, yeah, Shedeur was the one that not everybody was supportive of. So obviously, for some of the things that I've seen in terms of the commentary against him having the number retired, they brought up the win-loss record, bowl game record, and just overall what he specifically did there in terms of he wasn't a Heisman Trophy winner, stuff like that. But did want to get your thoughts though on both of those guys getting their jerseys retired, man. And we could separate it, man. Talk first about Travis Hunter, and then from there, man, we'll talk some Shedeur and how you feel about that one as well, man.
I mean, I think getting your jersey retired in college is super heavy.
It's legendary, bro.
It's legendary. And I think they were really good. I think they were special. I think they were a good run. I mean, it's new era, So it's almost like they're speaking on new era Colorado, where it's tough. I know guys like a Paul Richardson who came through Colorado who was extremely good. I know, like it's
obviously we know Cordell. Heck yeah, man. We know some those, yeah.
So for you to retire, it's kind of like this is the new era of Colorado. Like this is,
loud.
In a sense, but the beginning of the new per se Mount Rushmore, we still respect the past Buffalo, but this is the new Buffalo. I think they were legendary. I think they were an era. So. I don't know.
So question. What is it that makes it? You say it again?
I would have rather them do something like whoever wear 12 and 2 represent this, like LSU style.
Oh, okay. Like everybody wears number 7, or if you had Penn State, you wear 11. Yeah.
And start a little tradition, but it's it's that thing. I think retiring is heavy,
I always say, you would never see 2 or 12 out here again. I just
think of West Virginia. I think at West V, and I think when you think of one, you think Tavon, but then we had another one come through there that was like a Shelton Gibson that was pretty good. You know what I mean? We'll have like another one like.
So if we talking West Virginia though, who were the guys that would get retired? I'm gonna name some dudes and you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Like a Pat White.
I would say Pat Noel Devine, Tavon.
Bruce.
Oh, Bruce Irvin. Yeah, shout out to Bruce Irvin. You throw McAfee in there? Because I feel like McAfee his legend has grown the further removed he's been. I just don't know how we feel about the play part. Yeah, I know, bro, come on, man. He got to the league off of it. He was nice. Yeah, and he could kick in playing. Let's go.
Stedman was legendary.
Right. We talking about retiring the jersey, though. Like, yeah.
Like, we could do this all day.
But I'm saying, would those be guys that you would consider as retiring jerseys? Or were you just saying that these are legendary guys?
And that's what I'm saying. It's hard. Like, college is a different. Like, legendary is like, I thought Travis was legendary.
I would agree.
I thought he played both ways. I thought he won the Heisman. Like,
potentially going to be the number one overall pick in this draft. Like, yeah. It's dominant.
When you say Reggie Bush, that was legendary.
Facts.
But
this is what I got to ask, though. So if we say Reggie Bush, what about Leinart? Because I feel like that jersey got to get retired too then.
For sure.
You see what I mean? I'm like, yo, I feel like both of them.
I just don't. I mean, that's the Coach T joke, but we don't have that many jerseys back here.
But it's also Colorado we talking about too. So when we're comparing a West Virginia football program has had more prominence, more dominance, more guys come through that program. When we talking USC, more prominent, more dominant. These are low-key blue blood programs, right? Or all-time football programs. Up until Prime and them boys just went out there, nobody gave a dang about Colorado outside of Colorado alum. We would all say, name a Colorado player. Cordell Stewart. We all say the same guy. So at the same time, I'm like, bro, these past 2 years, we've been seeing everybody hold up their wrists like they got $100,000 watches on. Why? Because of two. We seen everybody going crazy because of Travis Hunter, because it's like, yo, you actually clip both sides of the football and like the whole time, and you actually good? Like, what? Like, you for real doing this? Remember, Shedeur was like, hey, are you going to be good enough to come? I mean, we know you did at Jackson State, but this is Colorado, and Colorado sucks. So are y'all even going to win in Colorado? Are you even good enough to play at Colorado? He had the boys ranked back-to-back years. Took them to a bowl game. Remember that? Like, it's like, yo, this is the same roster that we was laughing at a year ago. Like, yo, bro, they tried, like, no, but they lost any game in a row. It's like, yo, he still was doing his thing. So that's the part where I'm like, if I'm Colorado, I have a chance to capture lightning in a bottle and continue to keep my brand and my name and my relevancy. And I just think that that's the Shedeur part of it. Because it's like, man, if you allow it to just fizzle out, there's no guarantee that you're ever going to capture this type of spotlight. If Prime leaves in 2 years, we forget about Colorado again. So I just think this way you kind of secure that, hey, bro, it's always going to be something legendary there because this was a moment. Them boys went from nobody caring about Colorado to them being on national television multiple times throughout the season, man.
For sure. I think it says never leave.
Right? Ooh, he don't have to. You know he can stay there forever. Yeah. He a rock star there.
Yeah,
and you know he's only gonna get better the longer he stays because more people are gonna go. The whole issue right now is how long you're gonna be there.
Yeah, I think it says never leave, bro. We love you.
Yeah, I mean they gave him a new contract and everything too this offseason. You saw that.
I think it says never leave. Figure it out. It's all good. Like, it's heavy. I think it's heavy.
When you retired at Jersey, I'm like, bro.
I'm not gonna tell you it's not heavy. It's heavy.
You could have put him in the Colorado Hall of Fame. You retired at Jersey. I'm like, woo. Everybody don't get that one now. Sure. There's levels to it. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't. That's kind of like Colorado business, like, in a sense.
Because it's Colorado. That's what I'm saying. It's like we're not talking about a prominent program that has a robust history of talent and production on that level. Not saying that players haven't come from Colorado and play professionally and have heck of careers. But I'm saying to the point where we were like, yo, this is must see. This is box. We all can remember staying up till 1 a.m. watching Colorado playing overtime versus Colorado State. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of stuff that was going on out there because of we're gonna put that wrist up in the air, show that watch, and then we're gonna go ahead and cook them on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. They were heavily a part of that. It wasn't like we was tuning in to watch these other players. We watched those two. Come on, bro. Those two specifically were the guys we was tapping in to see, man.
Come on. I'm with you. I agree.
I'm just
Same
like, bro,
pace.
like, I think some stuff kind of is like bigger than just win and loss, man. I think the overall impact. I'm like, yo,
And I agree.
it was
I think they
legendary.
changed the
It was
program.
legendary, man.
Legendary. Legendary. I agree with that. But he
But
was the offensive player of the year. Like he won
yeah,
some stuff
oh
now.
yeah,
Like it's not
yeah,
like
yeah.
he ain't. He's legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm for Shedeur now. I'm for the culture.
Like
I'm
you
a
said,
fan.
that's the one, man. Not everybody was feeling
Yeah.
that one, man. A lot of people was looking at that one side was like, oh, it's because your dad. I'm like, yeah, his dad plays a part of it. 100% he does. But
It
let's
doesn't
not
matter.
act like Shedeur still ain't have his own stand. Like he did stuff. It was just when you start talking retiring of numbers, it's like, whoa, that's a
I think that's
lot.
heavy. Yeah,
It
that's
just seems
heavy for sure.
different. Like even league wide, you could make it to the NFL the Pro Football Hall of Fame before you get your jersey retired. Think about that, man. You can get to the
Yeah,
Pro Football Hall of Fame and not have your number retired, bro.
for sure.
And we don't even
That's
think
why I'm
twice
like.
about it. We don't even think like,
That's
oh,
why
all
I'm
right,
like.
it's
That's
normal.
heavy.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah, that
you said nobody will wear that number again, like ever?
it's heavy.
Man.
I love the LSU
Whew.
like effect. Like let's all wear it. It
Yeah.
represents something, you know.
How you feel?
But
So would you want people to wear your number though?
I'd like it to be like it represents. I like that.
I'm fine, bro.
I think it's legendary for retired. Like that's heavy.
To
You know
me,
what I mean?
bro, I feel like if I sparked that number off and I made that number like fire, don't put nobody in that. Don't
If I'm
tarnish it.
Colorado, I'm retiring it
Yeah,
too
don't
though.
tarnish my number, bro. Don't put nobody in
I
like
don't mind. Like especially in the day of like we need like help, money.
yeah.
Like you gotta like come donate something back. Like
Oh
never
yeah,
leave,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
We put your
That will
jerseys
for
in.
certain. If you put your
Yeah,
jersey in the rafters, you have them on the hook. Absolutely,
for sure. Never
absolutely.
leave.
Yeah.
Never leave.
Nah, I like it then,
Yeah.
man. I like it. Like I said, man, shout out to them boys though, man. Shout out to them boys. All righty, all righty. Yeah, let's go ahead and get messy for a little bit, man. I figure I'll spin the block on this topic. We talked about TJ and obviously, the Instagram post, the story on Monday's show, and we flirted with, all right, man, we saw the little Dak Prescott thing pop up. Oh, yeah, we should trade for Dak, but that'd be the one. But did want to bring it back and almost take a different approach to it. I don't know if you saw this, man, but Mark Cabali, I know, you remember Mark Cabali? I say he used to work, you know what I'm saying? Beat writer with the Steelers. And then now he's working with big old Pat McAfee and everything like that, big wigging it.
Okay.
But yeah, man, basically what Cabali had said, man, was he was just questioning what TJ Watt's trade market actually is. It's like, I know some people might think you're going to get, this big compensation package of draft picks if you were to move on from TJ, but he doesn't really see it that way. And I was kind of like thinking about it. He was like, yo, who's lining up to pay a pass rush that's over 30 and has had some injuries? I was like, So I just wanted to, spin that block on you and just kind of ask you, man, what do you think if we were to go down that hole? Because like we said, man, with Ian Rappaport and the insiders saying that, yeah, there is some type of sticking point, right? Some type of sticking point, some type of tension with the negotiation process. Keep an eye on it. Obviously, that makes you have to promote the question of, all right, man, all right, if you were going to, do that, what do we think his market actually would be? What could we get in return? So figured I'd ask you, my dog, what you think if we were to really go down that path? What type of compensation do you think we could get back for TJ?
What would you want? I think you can get what you want. Like,
If I wanted a first round, you think I can get a first rounder for him?
yeah, I think you can get a first rounder for sure for that. How old is he?
It's 31. Let me see. He said 31
How
or 32. I got to pull him up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second.
How old
I'm about to
is
say,
he?
I think he's
31?
31. I think he's 31. Might be 32. Here we
32?
go. 30. Yep, he's 30. He will be 31 in October.
Yeah, I can get a first rounder for that.
Okay.
At 30, I can get one right now. Right now.
I still got to give him a contract too, right?
Yeah. That's a you thing.
Because DK Metcalf ain't go for a first either.
You can do whatever you want with him. Nah, DK's not a first though.
DK's younger.
Yeah, different.
Still
Different. Just
dominant.
different.
Sexy position.
But he don't affect the quarterback. Same.
Man.
Like, I feel you.
I was about to say, I feel what you're saying too, but I'm like,
I just think he
DK is
affects
still,
the
I think
he can wreck your game so bad.
True.
You
Very true.
He can wreck your
Very
game.
true.
Like, I think DK can take over a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think, and he's shown that he's taken over games before.
Mm-hmm.
But I think TJ can wreck your whole day. Like nothing. You can't get nothing off. I think he can. I think he'll punch the ball out at the right on the 2-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and change
that's what he
the
does.
whole day.
That's what
I think
that's what his history has said.
Out. Yeah, like I think he'll get that strip sack and put you off the field and close the day. Like, I think, like, it's TJ. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, don't, like, respect. Like, could you get a first for Aaron Donald? Like, yeah. Like, yeah, same light. Same.
All right. Okay, because I think
respect.
the difference is this, though, is like if we're just talking about TJ as a player only, yes, but we are also saying you have to trade and give him essentially $40 million in this.
And it's the best in the league.
I'm with you.
It's the best in the league. You want this or no type.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't want it, we'll call them. Give me a first.
Yeah. You
deal with that. That's a you problem. You know? You might not get a first and a second. I ain't saying that.
Because once again, I'm like, we can take the approach of, hey man, we not doing that. Fair, but
I think you get a second. Honestly, I think you get a second. Like, he gets a mega deal in a sense. You might get 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm like, I see seconds. I don't see a first, bro. Like,
but
you're gonna have to pay him $40 million, bro.
Yeah, because you but only because you got to give me all of them though.
Yeah,
give me all of them though.
I at least want your second and can I get your second and your third? I want your second and your third.
Give me something else too.
A player or a 2026 joint?
Probably either one.
Okay.
Let's figure it out.
Okay. Because I'm like, I feel like I need multiples back.
Yeah, I'm taking a lot for this. This ain't normal.
Yeah. Because like I said, I don't think that a team would give up the first, but I'm like, I think second, third, because you still got to give them $40 million. It's real. I think that is a lot more realistic to me, man.
Okay.
But TJ's stupid nice. And that's the thing. It's like, man, he's only going to
changes your team.
He's been aging he's been aging well. And that's the other part. Like, he's been playing a ton of games. Yeah.
That's the LeBron effect. But if you start saying that, if you wouldn't give him a first, it's not too many you do give a first to. Let me say that.
Well, and I think that's the thing. It's like, when you start talking to first, man, the age part will pop up into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm asking how old he is, but I think he's better than anything you can get in the first. I think somebody would get that up.
But you still got to give it 40 on top of it, though.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing, yeah.
I think somebody because the Chiefs find ways to get stuff done. Like, I think they would do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think somebody I'm just giving, and I don't know the whole business.
And we're both just taking that convo at surface level. We're not trying to shop TJ around. Nah, we're just asking what would it look like? Yeah, that's it.
Like, I think a team like Dallas would do that. You know what I'm saying?
See, I don't think Dallas would, because you already got Parsons there, and it's like, man, I don't need to pay that.
The business of teams who would do that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fair. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, they are the type of team that would, in theory.
I don't think on the opposite terms, I don't think a Pittsburgh would do that. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, what did they give up for Mika though? They gave up a first for Mika.
But he was a rookie contract.
He was young.
Yeah, he was under rookie contract. Buffalo did it. Buffalo did it with Von Miller. They didn't trade for him, but they still signed and gave him $100 million. We're talking about the trade part as well, though. It's different. Like when you sign a dude in free agency, like with the Von Miller thing, it was like you sign him in free agency. Yeah, TJ will get $40 million. That's not a question. It's, can you give up a first rounder and still want to pay him $40 million?
You just gotta pay.
That changes, you see what I mean? Because now you're losing out on 2. I'm losing out on 40 and a pick. Come on, bro. But I am getting TJ.
But I'm getting TJ. There's not a lot of TJs.
That's what I'm team pay that man his money. You know how I feel about him. Pay Pay him. But at the same time, when people talk about the age and they talk about, all right, does this impact you in the postseason? We haven't seen it there yet. And it hasn't been his fault, but he's been a part of it. And I think that that's when you start talking the 40 number, all of that's going to come into the conversation. If I got to give up a draft pick and still pay him, you know what I mean?
Right.
But hopefully these black and gold guys take care of business and, just don't make it hard on yourselves. Just pay that man. All right.
I'm with you.
Shout.
I just pay the man.
Just pay him, man. Keep it simple, man. Pay him. Just pay him.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, baby. Keep it simple. All right.
They might draft a pass rusher in the first.
Why you want to play?
He's saying with all this.
You draft pass rush in the first. What you saying? She said somebody getting 40 mil. What that sound like, huh?
You can't replace. It is no other that in the league right now.
I would agree.
There's no other that. That's 1-on-1 for sure.
Listen, you know how I feel about him. I'm paying him 40. But not everybody wants to pay him 40, man. And when they look at his age and they compare his age to the field, right? The Myles Garrett, the Micah Parsons of the world, it's like, all right, those guys can get it because they're younger. They're going to last longer. How much longer is TJ going to last? How healthy is it going to be? And it's like, yo, the production is stupid. Don't forget that. The production. Don't forget that word. That matters more than any of that potential that y'all be talking about, man.
Man.
But anywho, man, shout out to TJ. And like I said, man, we are a team. Do not trade that man. All right. All righty. Yeah. But sticking with trade talks, though, man, did you see what's going on with the boys in Miami, man? Oh, Jalen Ramsey and Tyreek, bro. What's up? What's going on down there?
I didn't see that Tyreek part.
Yeah. Tyreek, he been back and forth. His official,
I don't think Tyreek's going nowhere.
I don't think he is either. The GM even said no again, but he was, I think he was on social media. It was either 2 weeks ago. People were like, hey, man, something, would you want to trade Tyreek? And he's like, yo, I can't wait, or I'm looking to go here, or yeah, I'll be open to that. And then obviously it opened it back up because when the season ended, he was talking, I want to get traded. Then he walked it back. Then it kind of flirted again. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Jalen Ramsey, he recently popped up for a, wanting to hit the market. That was a couple days ago as well, man. So, yeah, I just wanted to see what your thoughts.
Jalen Ramsey thing's in full effect, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, like the Jalen part, I think is all the way like locked in. Tyreek is still touch and go. Like I think Tyreek wants to get moved, but I don't think the GM is wanting to move Tyreek. And Tyreek doesn't like he's ready to go full nuclear. Fast? What'd you say now?
Did they move too fast?
See, that's why I wanted to ask you.
You go get it, Jalen.
When I see Jalen, I'm like, listen, it's only a couple. It's only a couple secondary players that have aged to the point that I'm like, yep, that's one of them ones. Jalen is one of those ones. Jalen for certain is one of those ones.
Yeah, I want a Jalen. What do they want? I call. What do y'all want?
Jalen tackling people. He playing outside, inside, safety, manning up. All right.
Coach T will love Jalen.
Absolutely. And he a dog. He actually he competing, bro. Oh my goodness, man.
Man, we want that. What do they need?
I was about to say, what's that? What you think that market looking like? Let's pull up Jalen Ramsey age while we just sit here. I just forget. Slide one way on the back end of this thing. He can't be older than 28, right? Oh, he's 30. Okay, he'll be 30. He'll be 31 in October as well. Him and TJ's birthday are a week apart, 2 weeks apart. That's crazy.
That's cool.
I like that. He played in all 17 games last year. Let's see. 17 games, had 2 picks with them 11 PBUs. Year before that, played in 10 games with 3 picks. All right. Then the year before that, obviously, was in LA. Man, shoot, outside of last year, this dude was Pro Bowl all those years, and he had his last first team AP All Pro was 2020 and 2021. He went back to back then. But yeah, he's played in 15 plus games dating back to 2020 or more every season. Like I said, outside of 2023, when he played in 10 games. So he's been pretty healthy throughout. I mean, even career-wise, only had 2 other seasons. Actually, it was the same season when he got traded in 2019 where he only played in 12 games. Other than that, this dude has been double-digit, 16-plus game performer, man. So for a season, so I like the health with him. Like the health. Super Bowl champ also. You know how that is. He got a little pedigree on him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. I'm here for it.
You know, but that's expensive. This is Jalen we talking about, bro. That's Jalen.
I'm here for whatever. I'm with Jalen. I like Jalen.
I say this, man. We don't pay Aaron Rodgers, man. Hey, I ain't tripping on going to trade for him now. Look, man, we ain't got no quarterback anyways, man. Just load up everywhere else, all right? Load up everywhere else, and hopefully one of these draft picks make it work, all right? Come in and compete with Mason. Hope for the best.
Yeah, let's figure it out.
Yeah. But I figured I'd ask you, though. You know, I got to ask you. I mean, it's one of them ones. All right. Well, shoot, man. Let's see. Oh, we up against it. All right. So I'm gonna hold off on this other one. We'll get you on that one next week. All right. But I guess on the back end, man, last couple minutes, you tapping into this the NBA playoffs? You had them play-in games starting up last night, man. I don't know if you seen Chef Curry and Jimmy Buckets out there. Come on, man. Yeah.
Steph Curry's one of the greatest, man. Appreciate it. It's like the LeBron. We gotta watch this.
No, seriously, bro. Don't miss it. Don't miss the game, man. How many more we gonna get?
So,
I like it, baby. I like it, man. Well,
shoot. Closer to the draft. We're almost here.
Hey, bro. We almost here. We still don't have any Aaron Rodgers updates just yet, but other than that, I'm excited.
I'm cool.
They said it's the wink deal going on right now.
It'll probably happen on the draft day.
It is going to need to happen on draft day. Preferably anytime before 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It'll probably happen.
Anytime after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, bro, you might as well save that text till Monday, bro. Don't call me. Don't text me. Just save it till Monday. Let the chips fall where they may. All right? Don't you call my phone. Don't talk about if it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. Oh, yeah, man. Don't hit me no more. Rodgers, you wait till Monday. All right. If the draft god's in your favor, then yeah, different convo. But it ain't looking too promising for you, man. Straight up. My dog, man. But shoot, you got anything on the back end before we get up out of here, man?
No, man.
Got Easter this weekend too, bro. Get your Easter egg hunt with the young fella, man, with the squad out there, son, man. All right. Come on, man. Shout out, man. Let's get it. Well, appreciate you as always. And you know we're going to spin the block and do this again, baby. My dog, man. Peace. Shout out. The homie. My man, the dog. Terence Garvin. Current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University, former teammate of mine with the black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers. And you already know the drill. Make sure you hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. All righty then. Let's see. Tons of fun. Shout out to you, tons of fun. He says, anyway, we can reconstruct/cut contracts to help with re-signing what? And he calls Cam Hayward, Minkah Fitzpatrick. So you don't want to cut, you want to extend. Extending better with Minkah. I think Minkah still has guaranteed money left on his deal. When you start cutting those players, you create dead money, right? Because of those salary cap or the signing bonus portions and how they've been distributed via roster bonus and stuff like that. So don't cut, think extend. Restructuring is cool. Also, man, you're just pushing more money to the front, but you still deal with kicking the can down the line if you do decide to move on in a year from now. So I wouldn't take that approach. But with TJ, by giving him a contract extension, you're going to also help out the cap also. So it's multiple things that we'll be able to do because by giving him the extension, now you put his signing bonus at a robust number. And his base salary is only $1 million, or his base salary is only $2 million. And that's only going to count for the cap this year. And you can disperse his bonus over the next couple of years of the duration of the contract. So that's the part where, I would take that approach. But that's why I'm also just pay that man. Get him right. But we will see though, man. We will see. Alrighty. Oh, and then Tons of Fun also gifted Upper Room membership. So shout out to you, Tons of Fun, being an absolute rock star at life, paying it forward. Appreciate you from the heart. And welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. I like it. Alrighty. And oh man, already 10 o'clock. Yeah, no. Well, I guess so. I guess it is. Man, absolute blast, though, man, the way that we did this thing. So what we will do is this, man, because I did have a couple of fan mock drafts that were submitted. I'm going to table those and we will open up Monday's show, man, and rock out with those. All right. But, like I said, man, other than that, man, we will wrap up tonight's show. Hopefully y'all enjoyed yourselves, though. And if you did, hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Shout out to the Heat. Shout out to Tyler Hero also, man, went for 38 of them big boy buckets tonight. I told Chicago they got to go bye-bye. All right, so Cancun on 3 for them boys. But, yeah, shout out to the Heat, man. See if they can do it again in a day or two, man. But, I like my basketball, man. The game's ending. All right, shout out to y'all. But, also, man, make sure y'all tap into the Mark Bergen video, man, that I dropped earlier today as well, man. Updating, talking about the Steelers content, man, and what these quarterbacks are going to do and what we are going to do at that position, man. But other than that, man, check out the website, check out the Instagram channel at the Arthemos Experience, and stay safe out there. And until next time, baby, peace.